Trey Lance's confidence, Trey Lance's demeanor. I posted the video of his press conference today after practice. It wasn't a good practice for him. He was 2 of 5 yesterday, 2 of 5 today. He didn't talk yesterday. He finally talks today. And he comes in, he's like, okay, I'm ready to talk. And it's like he's trying to smile and he's trying to act unaffected and confident, but it just didn't come across unaffected. He came across like really unhappy to be there. And like almost like he was dying to leave, which I understand. I mean, there's probably a lot of things he'd like to say that he can't say publicly, but he's trying to make a case that he's being screwed over and that, he's just as good as Brock and he should be allowed to compete with Brock and show that he can do what Brock does. But what Brock has going for him is unlimited poise and maturity. Every time he comes in front of the press, he talks like he's 40. Trey, isn't like that. He's not as mature as Brock. If you ask Brock a pointed question, what did you try to work on this year? What did you try to improve? He'll lay everything out. And he'll be transparent and vulnerable and open, which is very confident. It makes you feel like, oh, this man has nothing to hide. He wants you to know what he's working. He wants you to know what he thinks his weaknesses are because he's so confident that he's addressed them. It's always a confident move. Doesn't mean that Brock's a better quarterback than Trey, but confidence matters, especially when Trey's having confidence issues. So I asked Trey, who set you up with Jeff Christensen? And he answered the question. Great answer. Former teammate of his from college. Then I asked him, would you tell us what you worked on with Jeff? And he said, I don't want to get into it. And that was that. Fair enough. I didn't pry, but frankly, it's not a confident answer. Trey Lance should be more than happy to say, boom, this is what I was doing. This is what I wasn't proud of. Because he alluded to it. Like, I don't like watching myself throw from the first 2 years because mechanically it was all messed up. Okay, you said it. You didn't have good mechanics. You went to Jeff Christensen. What did you work on? Let us be vulnerable, be transparent. Let us into the process so we can look too. Brock would. It's a confident move because if you do, the implication is you've worked on it. You've improved it. You might have fixed it. That's why you can tell us so we can see for ourselves. So when you go to that, I don't want to talk about it stuff, that I feel like is kind of a microcosm of your whole demeanor right now. You're defensive. And I know you feel like you're getting screwed over, but I also feel like you have some Mike McGlinchey tendencies, Trey, in the sense that you mean well, you say everything right. Everyone likes you. You are a leader by nature. But when one bad thing happens, you don't necessarily bounce back super quickly, Trey. Things were going great. You were rolling. OTAs, minicamp, first day of training camp, you were QB1. Brock comes back and 2 eggs in a row you lay. I feel like you're kind of like McGlinchey in the sense where one mistake can lead to the next. So first play of the day for you, play action, roll out to the right. You have an unblocked free rusher in your face. Not your fault. What do? Give a little ground, try to hit Braden Willis in the flat. You one-hop him. It happens. But, if Jimmy Garoppolo did that, you think he would think twice about it? Would he give a shit? I don't think so. He'd just move on to the next play. Brock Purdy too. But Trey, it bugs you. I don't know if you're a perfectionist or you don't have the same type of inner belief or you're just so smart or whatever it is, but you have that one play where it's really not your fault, but it looks bad and it's a one-hopper and you're being scrutinized and there's a bunch of people with spreadsheets that want to just crush you. And then the next throw, you have a real easy throw right over the middle to Jordan Mason. You throw it behind him. That to me is a Mike McGlinchey move. You're better than that, Trey. Why'd you miss Mason? Because you missed Willis. That's you. And so now you got to regroup and you don't get another throw for 20 minutes. And then you finish off the session pretty well. You complete 2 of your next 3. You regroup, you get a little confidence. Who knows? Maybe if you got a full game where you could throw 20, 25, 30 throws, you would have found some rhythm. You never got a chance to do that in practice. They don't give you that opportunity. It's not fair. But you got to at least fake the confidence while you're out there, man. You can't miss Jordan Mason and then turn away and slump your shoulders. You got to go talk to Jordan. You got to look a little more confident. In the press conferences, be open. Because, I don't know, we sympathize with you. A lot of people have tried to say that you haven't gotten a fair chance. But like at the same time, you got to show that you are confident and mature enough to make the most of whatever opportunity you get, even if it's not a fair one. Because I feel like the last 2 days, I was really disappointed. I think you're better than that. I think you're better than that. 4 of 10. Come on, man. Sam Darnold outplayed you the last 2 days. Because Sam Darnold is kind of like Jimmy. He doesn't care. He has no conscience. If Sam Darnold misses a throw, I don't think it affects him in the least. I really don't think he cares. You care. I think you care way too much. And you care way too much about what everyone thinks. I think you're on Twitter. I think you're on Instagram. I think you know everything I say. I think you know everything the spreadsheet says. I think you know everything everyone says, man. I think you need to put that phone down, get off Instagram, get off Twitter. I don't know. Maybe the Niners aren't for you, man. Maybe the Niners are a very high-profile team with a ton of scrutiny every practice, every day, every press conference. Maybe you'd be better on the Cardinals. Maybe you should go to the Tennessee Titans. Maybe that's your speed, because that's where you came from in college, right? You were in North Dakota State. I had no idea who you were until you declared for the draft. You won a national championship, went undefeated, and never turned the ball over, and no one in the world knew who you were. You were just the big man on campus, undefeated, loving life, no pressure, no scrutiny. Justin Fields had scrutiny in college. Trevor Lawrence had scrutiny in college. And that's who you're being compared to. And you're falling way short of them right now. I mean, you're way past typical 23-year-olds. Like right now, you're, set for life, multimillionaire, 23 years old, great athlete, great looking guy. I mean, pretty much you have whatever you want. But if you want to be better, if you want to compare yourself to Brock Purdy, you can't have press conferences like this, man. You can't have body language like you had today on the field. And I'm in your corner. I want you to succeed. You need to believe it. It looks like you don't believe in yourself. It's always good to be your biggest critic. Like that's McGlinchey, but you also need to be your biggest advocate at the same time. I think that's even more important. You got 800 people online, all your coaches telling you how you screwed up, man. Who is in your corner if it's not you? It's got to be you, Trey. You got to believe in yourself. I know you think you're getting screwed, man. What would Patrick Mahomes do? That's who you look up to, right? You want to be like Patrick Mahomes. You work out with him in the offseason. If he were on the Niners and he were getting screwed over and he was getting 7 dropbacks, 5 throws a day, how would he do? What would he do? Would he let that affect him? Would he find a way to show that he's the best quarterback? I think he would. So it's not the best opportunity. It's not ideal. But if you're the truth, you'll show it. And you haven't shown it the last 2 days. So you get the day off tomorrow. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. We all want to see you do it, man. We all want to see you get mad, get angry, get confident, and blow everyone away. I don't know. Are you too nice? What is it? Are you a competitor? We want to know, Trey. I don't know. Come on. You're better. You're better than this. LZ says, if I was Trey, I would pull a Tanya Harding. That's not cool. SD Niner says, how can no one ask Forrester or Trent Williams about working on not tipping this year? Fail. Where's the QC? Man, they haven't tipped yet. Forrester didn't talk today either. I wonder what he was up to. Bang Bang 415 says, where you get the hat? BT Dub, Brandon Allen is the next Brady. Trust the process, Grant. Any street fair I go to in California has a booth full of these hats with every little town in California. You haven't seen them? Go to a street fair. I got mine at Golden Gate Fields, though, which is getting closed down. Sad. Niners having a quarterback mid-off. Exactly. Niners Cade said, people forget to mention Brock had the advantage of starting in the middle of the season with 0 film. Also, if not mistaken, post-CMC trade. Yeah, man, it seems to me that the difference between Brock and Trey is, they both started. They both got hurt. Like the 49ers thought Trey was good enough to trade 3 first-round picks for him. They thought he was good enough to take some of Jimmy's playing time rookie year. They thought he was good enough to start no competition year 2. He got hurt. And then Brock Purdy played, and he played a little bit, he played longer than Trey, but then he got hurt. And you think fair is fair. They should compete. But no, apparently because Brock Purdy lasted a little bit longer before getting hurt than Trey, he proved something. I don't know. That doesn't seem fair. And now because Trey got hurt, he's at the Brandon Allen level. Huh. Interesting. Bam Bam says, how does it look that Purdy and Darnold gotten extra reps after practice and Trey didn't, and his day went how it did today? How does it look that Purdy and Darnold got extra reps after practice and Trey didn't, and his day went how it did today? I don't know. I didn't know that. Who reported that? I didn't see that. Timothy Glander says, sounds like I should save my money this season. That would be a good call, unless you like handoffs. Rob Schneider says, if Trey is Kyle's boy, how come Darnold is getting more reps daily? Trey said he didn't watch his film on his mechanics. Hard to admit Trey is so soft. Trey said he didn't watch his films on his mechanics. I think he said he doesn't like to watch his films on his mechanic. Rob Schneider.